Hi, this is Britt from Riley B Graphics. I've made some soap bubble overlays, and if you aren't familiar with Photoshop and how to use them, I've made this quick tutorial for you. So let's start with a simple one, this cat. I want it to be looking up at a bubble here, so I'll take a single bubble, drag it in, this is number 4, and put it where I think it's looking, and you'll see it's black. It's a solid black JPEG. So to get rid of the black and make the bubble transparent, you're going to click on the bubble layer. You're going to go up to your blending mode drop down and you're going to choose screen. Easy as that. Then if you want another one a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller because they're going into the distance, remember that they also need to be more blurred the further back they go. So we're going to duplicate this bubble. Command J on a Mac or Control J on Windows. Click the layer, Command T to transform, drag it, and then resize. You can put it anywhere you want to, place that. Then to blur it, click on the layer of the bubble you want to blur. You're going to go up to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. So it will start at 0 like that. They're both sharp. And then we want to just blur it a little bit, say 1.1. Okay. And then I want to make one more small, I can get rid of all that. Make one more small one going further back. So select your layer, Command J, drag it out, Command T, make it smaller, wherever you want it to go. And then this needs to be blurred as well, so place it, click the layer. You'll see now it's copied the blur from this one because we copied and pasted. And in your filter drop down, you'll see there's a Gaussian blur at the top and there's also blur, Gaussian blur. This one will just repeat your last action, so that was 1.1. We want to go to more of a blur, so we're going to go down to Gaussian blur and then blur it more. I think that looks fine like that. Okay, and that's all you need to do. Easy as that. Okay, and then I want to show you a distorted bubble. So this is a picture of a little girl with a blowing wand. And I made this bubble and you can see the end is chopped off. So that's to line up with the wand. So I'm going to change it to screen straight away so that you can see what you're doing. Click screen. Command T to transform. And then just reduce the size to whatever you think is a blowing bubble size and line it up with the wand. If you want to get rid of that little bit, you can just delete it or you can mask it, which I'll show you in the next image. Okay, then I want to put in a plain bubble. I'm going to shrink that down a little bit smaller. And we're going to go to screen. And then we're going to blur a little bit. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Just about 1 point. There we go. Okay. And then Command J to make another one. Drag that off. Command T to transform it. Make it smaller. And this one's going to be going further into the background. So we select the layer. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and blur it even more. Okay, so that's easy enough. If you want to try move them around, you just Command T on the layer that you want and shift it around. You could make them overlap if you wanted. Place it. And that one's finished. Okay, so we close that. I'm not going to save it. And this one I'm going to show you how to mask and use a set. So this is set number 1. I'm going to put it on top. You'll see it's sticking out a little bit. It doesn't matter where you put it because it's going to go transparent anyway. You could even make it bigger if you want to, or you could rotate it. Command Z to undo that. I'm going to put it back. Okay, so to make it see-through, we go up the blending mode down to screen. Okay, so now you can see that there are some bubbles that are on her face that we don't want. I also want to get one just behind her dress here, so I'm going to just move this and make it a little bit bigger. Command T, because I want it behind her dress so that I can show you how we would get rid of that. And one on her face over here. Okay, so what you could do is use the eraser and rub it out completely, and then it would be gone forever. But that's very destructive. We'd prefer to use a mask. Oh, just one more thing. If you do want to use the eraser, you remember you need to rasterize this layer. So you would right click and go down to rasterize, and then you can use the eraser. Okay, so to use a mask, all you do is select the layer of the bubbles. You click on the mask down here at the bottom, and you'll see you get a white block next to your bubbles. They're linked together. And all you need to do is hide what you don't want. You're not deleting it, you're just hiding it. And to hide it, in this white block, you're going to paint black. So make sure you're on this layer, not on the bubbles. You must be on your mask. You'll go to your paintbrush. Mine is set to hard, which is fine. You must have your paint on black, so if they're the wrong way around, you just switch them. Okay, and then make your brush a little bit bigger. However, I do Control Option and slide, but you can do the square brackets up and down. Okay, so now we want to get rid of this one on her face, so we're going to rub that out completely. We want to get rid of this big one here, but it's joined to that one, so you can't delete this without taking off that bubble, so you'll have to delete the whole thing. Well, I shouldn't say delete, mask. Okay, then here's what I wanted to show you with her face and her top. So I'm going to zoom in here to her face. We want to get rid of just the part on her cheek. We want that bubble to stay behind her face, but this part must go. So what we're going to do is hide it. Make sure you're on the white block. Take your black and then just paint neatly along the edge of her cheek. And then it's gone. Say you slipped by mistake and did that. You see it's taken the bubble away. To put it back, all you do is click on there and do the opposite, which would be white paint. And then you would brush that piece back in. So that's why masks are so nice, because you're not getting rid of it forever. We'll do another one down here. So we want this bubble to be behind her top. So to hide it, we're going to use black. And we're going to just neatly paint over the part of the bubble that we don't want to see. And there you go. Easy as that. If you don't like them hanging off the side of your page, you can just hide those ones as well. But I think they look fine. Okay, that's all you need to do. If you have any questions, you can just send me a message on my Etsy page, and I'll be very happy to help. Thank you. Bye.